He had been married before, I had been married before, but I was ready to get back in the game. And he was just ready to get back. And when I said, well, what about, yeah, we were together for about a year, and I said, all right, what are we going to do?
For the no-nonsense Judge Judy, falling in love and staying that way seemed like a Herculean task when her marital life first started. After divorcing her first and second husband, the judge remarried her second husband and has stayed married to him since a year after their divorce. Now a well-respected judge, Judge Judy was recently moved to tears after her husband's unexpected revelation about their marriage. Why were they divorced for a year? Keep watching to find out. Judge Judy's marital relationships. Judge Judy's rocky relationship with her husband, Jerry Scheindlin, dates back to when her marital life first started in 1964, before he was even in the picture. After dating for a while, Judy got married to Ronald Levy in 1964, and he later took on the role of a juvenile court prosecutor. They moved to New York and welcomed 2 kids, Jamie Hartwright and Adam Levy. Adam used to work as a district attorney in Putnam County, New York, but now he's known for being a co-star on the show Tribunal Justice. Unfortunately, Judy and Ronald's marriage ended in 1976 after 12 years together. By 1978, she found love again and married Judge Jerry Scheindlin, who became famous as an arbitrator on the People's Court from 1999 to 2001. But their marriage had certain issues, and it eventually ended in divorce in 1990. When everyone thought she would move on to someone else like she did after her divorce from Ronald, she and Jerry got back together. They decided to give their relationship another shot and remarried in 1991. Although they've been married since 1991, the secret behind their divorce has just been revealed, and you won't have guessed what it was. Keep watching, because you're about to find out. The couple got married in the late 1970s, joining their families as Jerry had 3 kids from a previous marriage. They created a loving family for over a decade, managing the ups and downs of their busy careers while raising their blended family. Judy and Jerry supported each other in their legal careers, and when Jerry was invited to join the People's Court, he consulted Judy first, who encouraged him to seize the opportunity. In 1990, Judge Judy faced a tough time when her father, Murray Bloom, passed away at the age of 70. This loss hit her hard, leading to a lot of emotional pain that started to put a strain on her relationship with Jerry. Losing a parent is one of the hardest things anyone can go through, and it can shake even the strongest relationships. Judy had always been known for her strong personality, but her father's death showed a more vulnerable side of her that she might not have recognized before. She had a close bond with her dad, whom she affectionately referred to as the best thing since sliced bread. Murray, a dentist, instilled in Judy the values of hard work, honesty, and good communication. But after he passed, Judy found it difficult to cope with her grief, and this led to a breakdown in communication between her and Jerry. She was very unhappy with Jerry's lack of support during that difficult time for her, and Jerry revealed this in Thomas and Donahue's book. He said that she told him if he couldn't maneuver their decline in connection, she was going to divorce him. Things seemed to not get better, so Judy made the decision to get a divorce, ending their 13-year marriage pretty quickly. This decision shocked everyone. After the divorce, both Judy and Jerry entered a time of reflection and self-discovery. For Judy, it was a moment to process her grief and think about what was truly important in her life. Even though she was skilled at handling emotional issues in her work as a judge, she now had to apply those same skills to her personal struggles. During this difficult time, she focused on her career, which helped to reinforce her reputation as a strong and fair judge. Now, here's when her moment of realization came: a fast-rising career. Judge Judy found that succeeding in her career made her feel stable and have direction, especially as she faced personal struggles related to her separation from Jerry. He really felt her absence and admitted that he missed having her around. It was a strange feeling for him, especially since they had seen each other every day for years. During a rare interview, Judy shared her thoughts on relationships, saying that even though her experiences were lengthy, she noticed that most men seemed quite similar. She pointed out that men have basic needs that differ from those of women, like wanting to be cared for, shown love, and having their own space. Judy believed that when these needs are met, most men feel satisfied and happy. As she took time to think about her life, Judy managed to process her grief over her father's passing in a healthier way. She reflected on their divorce and how they both remarried, noting that women often like to create a caring environment. She mentioned that after their first divorce, Jerry might have been open to living together again, but she emphasized the joy of being married and functioning as a team. While she values her independence, she also appreciates the idea of partnership and believes that one shouldn't settle if they desire that kind of relationship. Surprisingly, they got back together and remarried after just a year apart. Their decision to tie the knot again surprised many, but for them, it felt like a natural progression of their strong bond. Judy expressed her happiness in being married and how much she missed Jerry during their time apart. Their second marriage wasn't just about rekindling old feelings. It represented a new phase in their relationship, as both had changed during their time apart. While her personal life was having so much going on, her career was also very eventful. In October 2013, TV Guide magazine reported that Judge Judy Sheindlin was the highest-paid celebrity on television. She mentioned that her decision to retire would depend on how much her audience still cared about her show, showing that she was still very passionate about her work and appreciated by her viewers. Fast forward to August 2017, CBS and Judge Judy signed a big contract extension that ensured her courtroom show would keep running until the end of the 2020 to 2021 TV season. This deal highlighted just how popular the show remained and how well-known Sheindlin was in the world of American television. But in March 2020, during an appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Sheindlin revealed that the show would wrap up after its 25th season, marking a significant moment for fans as it signaled the end of a beloved program that had become a staple of daytime TV. The last episode of Judge Judy aired on June 8, 2021, a day that many loyal fans will always remember. The final episode was shown on July 23, 2021, bringing closure to a show that had captivated audiences for 25 years. Sheindlin's decision to end the show was influenced by several factors, including her dissatisfaction with Viacom-CBS, the company that owned CBS television distribution, and ongoing legal issues with Rebel Entertainment. True to her straightforward nature, Sheindlin remarked that 25 was a nice round number to finish on, suggesting she felt it was the right time to step away from a show that had defined her career. To honor the 25th and final season of Judge Judy, journalist Josh Ginn, who first introduced Sheindlin to the public in a 1993 article for the Los Angeles Times, wrote another piece talking about her inspirational career. This article was released on June 8th of that year, right when the last episode was aired. Ginn's writing gave some valuable insights into the background of a 1993 article that first introduced Sheindlin to a bigger audience and how their relationship has evolved over the years.
Brash, tough, relentless. She is all that and more, and America loves her.
They certainly do. She's Judge Judy. 10 million people a day tune in to see her show, and you never know what she'll unleash inside her studio courtroom.
Thanks to her fans, she decided to add some excitement after the 25th season. Curious about what she did? Well, keep watching. She started a show called Judy Justice, which first aired on November 1st, 2021. This show was a big step forward in courtroom TV, starting production in July 2021 and launching right after the beloved Judge Judy wrapped up its long run. In this new series, the iconic Judge Judy Sheindlin is back, leading a courtroom focused on arbitration that continues the spirit of her previous show. You can catch Judy Justice on Amazon Freevee, which used to be called IMDb TV, the success of her courtroom show. The move to a streaming platform is a big deal for Judy Justice, as it's the first traditional courtroom show to release new episodes exclusively on a streaming service, which is basically how people watch TV these days. The show is seen as a modern take on Judge Judy, adding new elements that resonate with today's audience. One interesting feature of Judy Justice is the involvement of Sheindlin's young adult granddaughter, who often shares her thoughts during the cases. This generational connection brings fresh energy to the show, linking classic courtroom drama with what younger viewers enjoy. Additionally, Judy Justice employs a stenographer to accurately record testimonies and help resolve disputes, ensuring that all legal proceedings are documented correctly. This combination of family involvement and professional transcription boosts the show's credibility and shows its commitment to quality. The show has a fresh look with a newly designed courtroom and Judge Sheindlin sporting a different robe color, setting her apart from her previous style on Judge Judy. The attention to detail in both the courtroom setup and Judge Sheindlin's attire really gives the show a unique vibe. The cases featured in Judy Justice tend to be more dramatic, which is likely due to fewer time limits and bigger prize amounts compared to the old show. This change allows for more intense and engaging stories, making it appealing to viewers who enjoy a mix of entertainment and legal drama. After a trailer was released on September 30th, 2021, Judy Justice faced some criticism from fans of Judge Judy, especially since the original bailiff Bird was not part of the new show. Kevin Rasco was brought in as the new bailiff, and Bird expressed his confusion and disappointment over not being included, suggesting that financial issues were behind the decision. Sheindlin acknowledged Bird's great work, but mentioned that the show needed a fresh approach. Despite this, Bird held no hard feelings and wished Sheindlin well with Judy Justice. On April 28, 2022, it was announced that Bird would be part of a new legal show called Tribunal Justice, which was created by Sheindlin and her team. This new show will also feature former judges from Hot Bench, Tanya Aker and Patricia Dango, along with Adam Levy, who is Sheindlin's son. In the same month, it was reported that reruns of Judge Judy were attracting a much larger audience than the first season of Judy Justice, but the early episodes of Judy Justice did manage to break records for the most streaming hours on IMDb TV, showing that it still has its own appeal, despite the competition from the classic Judge Judy. With a career that continues to rise high and fast, Judge Judy is happy with her husband, but what she's most happy about regarding him is his physique. The judge recently mentioned in an interview that Jerry still maintains the physique she fell in love with when they first met. She still finds him very attractive, and even though old age has transformed his looks, she often says she is very in love with him, and he inspires her to keep fit. What do you think about Judge Judy and Jerry's marriage?
Foundation. When Julia Roberts and George Clooney first met on the set of Ocean's 11 in the year 2000, no one could have guessed their friendship would last longer than many Hollywood marriages. Their first encounter wasn't just another typical Hollywood introduction. It marked the start of one of Tinseltown's longest-lasting, purely platonic bonds. Clooney shared that the moment they met, they just had fun, noting how their similar work styles helped form the basis of their friendship. Both stars were already well known at the time. Roberts was coming off her Oscar win for Erin Brockovich, and Clooney was moving from his fame on ER to a career in movies. What made their friendship special was how they kept work and real life separate. Unlike many Hollywood friendships that only exist on film sets or red carpets, Roberts and Clooney developed something more meaningful. When Roberts was pregnant with twins in 2004, Clooney put aside his usual pranks and showed a caring side not many had seen. He would ask if she was feeling okay, because she looked a bit tired, and he made sure she stayed hydrated on set. They worked together more often over the years, with Ocean's 12 in 2004 and Money Monster in 2016. However, it was the time they spent off-screen that really strengthened their friendship.
Be like, caw-caw! Then she would come out and make some weird bird noise, and then we'd go out and get coffee.
When Roberts was pregnant for the first time, she found comfort at Clooney's famous Lake Como villa in Italy. Later, she brought her children there, filling the historic villa with the happy chaos of family life. Unlike many Hollywood friendships that fall apart due to competition or rumors, theirs grew stronger because they shared the same values. Both had successful careers but never let work take over their lives. They supported each other through big life moments. Robert's marriage to Danny Moder, Clooney's years as Hollywood's most eligible bachelor, and finally, his shift into family life. What's especially impressive is how they dealt with the inevitable romance rumors. Instead of letting the gossip affect their friendship, they handled it with their usual humor. Clooney explained that Julia was always in a relationship, or he was in a relationship, and they became close friends right away. It was all just fun for them. As Roberts once put it, "It's a relief they are not Hollywood friends." This simple line captures the heart of their connection. Genuine, lasting, and refreshingly real in an industry often seen as shallow. Those early years set the stage for an even more interesting chapter when a certain human rights lawyer came into the picture. Just when Hollywood thought they understood Julia and George's friendship, along came Amal Alamuddin, a brilliant human rights lawyer, ready to challenge one of Tinseltown's most famous bonds. But what happened next surprised everyone. The Amal years. When George Clooney met Amal Alamuddin in 2013, Julia Roberts was one of the first people he called. After years of watching her friend go through high-profile relationships, Roberts knew this one was different. "It is wonderful," she told Ellen DeGeneres, even before meeting Amal.
Have you met her?
No.
She seems lovely.
She is beautiful and smart. He is happy, and that's what matters to me.
She describes Amal as beautiful and smart, and George being happy is what matters to her. George Clooney didn't leave the first meeting between Roberts and Amal up to chance. He carefully planned a dinner to introduce the two most important women in his life. What could have been an awkward evening, especially with years of tabloid rumors about Roberts and Clooney's relationship, actually became the start of a remarkable three-way friendship. What made their bond special was how naturally it developed. While many Hollywood wives often see their husbands' female co-stars with suspicion, Amal welcomed Roberts with open arms. The Oxford-educated lawyer, known for defending Julian Assange and advising Kofi Annan, discovered in Roberts a kindred spirit who valued realness over Hollywood glamour. Their friendship grew stronger when the Clooneys welcomed twins Ella and Alexander in 2017. Roberts, who was already a mother of three, became Auntie Juju to the twins. The nickname stuck and represented the close, family-like bond they had formed. While filming Ticket to Paradise in 2022, the Clooney twins would visit the set and run to hug their Auntie Juju between takes. The real test of their friendship happened during the intimate scenes between Roberts and Clooney in Ticket to Paradise. Amal's reaction? She watched the famous 80-take kiss scene with amusement, knowing it was all part of their professional work, and feeling secure in her relationship. Away from the cameras, the Clooneys, Roberts, with her husband Danny Moder and their children, and Amal's international friends created their own community. They celebrated holidays together, supported each other's causes, and established traditions that went beyond ordinary Hollywood socializing. In December 2022, Roberts made headlines by wearing a dress decorated with photos of George Clooney at the Kennedy Center Honors. This playful and heartfelt gesture showed how their friendship had grown. Amal, who was sitting in the audience, was seen laughing and applauding, a clear sign of how far they had all come together. Behind the scenes of Hollywood's most exciting on-screen partnership, the fact that it took 80 takes for a single kiss had everyone asking, was this just acting? Or was there something deeper making these scenes so tough? What really happened on those sets? On-screen magic. From Ocean's 11 to Ticket to Paradise, Julia Roberts and George Clooney's on-screen chemistry has captivated audiences for more than 20 years. Their latest collaboration highlighted this magic, especially during a now-famous kiss scene that surprisingly took 80 takes to get just right. But here's what the cameras didn't catch. 79 of those takes ended in laughter. It was like kissing her best friend, Roberts said with her signature laugh. Clooney, always the jokester, reminded her of his Sexiest Man Alive titles, but even that couldn't keep them serious enough to film the scene. Their professional partnership includes 6 major films, each highlighting a different side of their chemistry. In Ocean's 11, in 2001, they played exes with unfinished business. In Money Monster, in 2016, they took on the roles of a TV producer and a host dealing with a crisis. Each role presented new challenges, but their natural connection made even the tense scenes feel real. What makes their on-screen partnership special is their ability to stay professional while genuinely having fun. While filming Ticket to Paradise in Australia, COVID restrictions kept them away from their families, but they supported each other through long days and lonely nights. Roberts later admitted that Clooney and his family helped her avoid complete loneliness and despair during that time. Their work dynamic has become famous in Hollywood. Directors often set aside extra time for scenes with both stars, knowing that their infectious laughter might slow down filming, but will ultimately create magic on screen. This was especially clear in Money Monster, where director Jodie Foster reportedly planned to film their most challenging dialogue scenes early in the day, before their playful banter could take over. The success of their partnership comes from their similar approach to acting. Both take their work seriously, but also have a good sense of humor about themselves. Their combined box office appeal, over $5 billion worldwide, shows that audiences connect with their genuine chemistry. Unlike many Hollywood pairs who get tired of working together, Roberts and Clooney actively look for projects to do together. Roberts joked in a recent interview that George couldn't live without her on screen, but there's some truth in her humor. Their collaborations have actually become more frequent over the years, not less. Their most recent project, Ticket to Paradise, highlighted how they have grown as screen partners. Playing divorced parents, trying to stop their daughter's wedding, they brought years of friendship and understanding to their roles. The result was a performance that felt both new and familiar. Before the 80-take kisses with Clooney and billion-dollar box office hits, Julia Roberts was just a girl from Georgia with big dreams and an even bigger smile. But how did a small-town waitress role change everything? Early career and rise to fame. In 1988, a relatively unknown Julia Roberts took on the role of Daisy Arujo, a lively waitress in the small-town drama Mystic Pizza. The movie was made on a modest budget of $6 million and wasn't an instant hit. But it showed off something special, a new talent with a smile that would soon become one of Hollywood's most famous. What many people don't know is that Roberts almost didn't get the part. She initially auditioned for the role of Daisy's sister, Kat, but director Donald Petrie saw something different in her, a natural energy that matched Daisy's rebellious spirit perfectly. This decision would be crucial in kickstarting her career. The next year, Roberts starred in Steel Magnolias, where she shared the screen with big names like Sally Field, Dolly Parton, and Shirley MacLaine. In the film, she played Shelby, a young bride with diabetes who was determined to have a child despite the health risks. Her performance earned her first Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. Behind the scenes, she developed a close friendship with Sally Field, who became a mentor to her during those early years. Then came the year 1990 and Pretty Woman, the role that turned Roberts from a promising newcomer into a global superstar. The movie was originally called 3000, which was the amount her character was paid for a week's companionship. The first version of the script was much darker than the romantic comedy we know today. Roberts pushed for a more empowering portrayal of her character, Vivian Ward, making small but important changes that helped create the film's more positive tone. The chemistry between Roberts and Richard Gere in Pretty Woman didn't happen right away. They had to do several screen tests before the directors were convinced. The risk was worth it. The film made over $463 million worldwide, breaking records for romantic comedies and earning Roberts her first Oscar nomination for Best Actress. During these important years, Roberts made key choices that shaped her career. She turned down leading roles in Sleepless in Seattle and While You Were Sleeping to avoid being stuck in romantic comedies. Even after the huge success of Pretty Woman, she selected her next projects carefully, prioritizing character development over just making money. Behind the scenes, Roberts was figuring out how to handle her sudden fame. During this time, she developed her signature laugh-smile combination, which was partly a natural way to deal with her nervous energy during interviews. This genuine and sometimes silly charm made her likable to both audiences and fellow actors. By the end of 1990, Roberts had achieved something amazing. She had 3 successful films, 2 Oscar nominations, and had become the highest-paid actress in Hollywood, all before turning 23. More importantly, she proved she was more than just a pretty face. She was a serious actress with real talent to support her rising star power. At the peak of her new fame, America's sweetheart unexpectedly earned the nickname Tinker Hell on Steven Spielberg's set. Was it the stress of being a star, a broken heart, or something more serious that caused Hollywood's Golden Girl to clash with its most powerful director? The Hook drama and Spielberg feud. In February of 1991, Julia Roberts showed up on the set of Hook to play Tinkerbell, ready for what should have been a wonderful partnership with Steven Spielberg. Instead, it turned into one of Hollywood's most famous feuds, set against a backdrop of personal struggles and work-related stress. The problems started even before they began filming. At just 23 years old and still getting used to her sudden fame, Roberts was preparing for her wedding to actor Kiefer Sutherland while working on the movie. The filming schedule was set up to fit her wedding date on June 14th. However, behind the scenes, her personal life was falling apart. There were rumors that Sutherland was having an affair with a dancer, and Roberts was finding it hard to handle everything. The filming conditions made things even harder. Unlike her earlier roles, playing Tinkerbell required Roberts to spend a lot of time alone in front of a green screen. Without other actors to interact with, she had to depend completely on Spielberg's direction. This isolation, along with her emotional struggles, created a challenging situation. What many people don't realize is that the production was already dealing with issues. Dustin Hoffman's method of acting led to delays, and working with child actors limited the hours they could shoot. The budget increased from $48 million to $80 million, and the filming schedule extended from 76 days to 116 days. While Roberts was facing her own struggles, she became the focus of the production's problems. The nickname Tinker Hell started circulating on set, but the real situation was more complicated. Roberts was dealing with the public breakup of her relationship, which is something that not many 23-year-olds could handle easily. Just 3 days before her wedding, she ran away to Ireland with Jason Patric, who was Sutherland's friend, and that made international headlines. Spielberg spoke about the situation during an interview on 60 Minutes, where he called it an unfortunate time to work with Roberts. While he praised her acting, he also said he would never work with her again. For Roberts, hearing this public criticism from one of Hollywood's most powerful directors was really tough.
He felt that
Steven Spielberg, I find quite confused in his recollection of me.
She later told Vanity Fair that when she saw that, her eyes popped out of my head. She couldn't believe the same person that she knew and trusted was actually hesitating to come to her defense. Even with all the drama, Hook earned $300 million worldwide. Although Roberts' role as Tinkerbell was overshadowed by the controversy, she still delivered some truly magical moments. This experience taught her important lessons about dealing with personal crises while in the spotlight. leading her to be more protective of her private life. 30 years later, Roberts and Spielberg have never worked together again, even though both went on to win Oscars in the years after Hook. While the aftermath of the Spielberg feud was still unfolding, Julia Roberts' love life turned into Hollywood's most talked-about soap opera. With canceled weddings and surprise marriages, what really went on during her tumultuous decade of romance? Early relationship history. The 1990s were not only marked by career successes for Julia Roberts, but they also brought a series of high-profile relationships that kept tabloids busy. After her dramatic departure from the Hook set, her personal life became the focus, influencing how she dealt with fame for years to come. Her relationship with Kiefer Sutherland looked like a fairy tale. They first met while filming Flatliners in 1990, where their on-screen chemistry turned into a real romance. The young stars planned a big wedding at 20th Century Fox's Soundstage 14, which was going to be decorated like a garden for 500 guests. But just 3 days before the wedding, Roberts made headlines when she ran away to Ireland with Sutherland's friend, Jason Patrick. This was after Roberts had found out about Sutherland's supposed cheating with a dancer at a local strip club. The media portrayed her as a runaway bride, but behind the scenes, she was just a 23-year-old making a tough decision to leave a marriage that could have made her unhappy. Next was the unexpected marriage to country singer Lyle Lovett in 1993. The couple had only known each other for 3 weeks when they got married in Marion, Indiana. Roberts took a break from filming The Pelican Brief to have the ceremony at St. James Lutheran Church. The unusual match, Hollywood's most beautiful woman and the uniquely featured country star, captivated the public. Their marriage lasted 21 months, ending on good terms in March 1995. Between 1995 and 1998, Roberts dated several actors, including Matthew Perry and Dylan McDermott. However, her relationship with Benjamin Bratt seemed the most promising. They met through friends in 1997, and for 4 years, they looked like Hollywood's perfect couple. Bratt joined Roberts at her Oscar win for Erin Brockovich in 2001. But they announced their breakup just a few months later. During these years, Roberts learned important lessons about keeping her private life safe. She stopped talking about her relationships in interviews and started being more careful about who she brought to public events. The intense media attention on her love life taught her how important it is to keep some things private. From this decade of romantic ups and downs, a wiser and more careful Roberts emerged. She decided never to speak badly about her exes in public, kept friendships with several of them, and learned how to handle Hollywood relationships gracefully. This time in her life also affected her acting choices. Roberts started picking roles that showed stronger, more complex women, stepping away from the romantic comedy characters that had made her famous. Her personal experiences brought depth to these performances, especially in movies like My Best Friend's Wedding in 1997, where she played a woman dealing with lost love. These relationship experiences, although sometimes difficult, helped Roberts become the person who would eventually find lasting love. However, there was still one more controversial romance that would shake up Hollywood. After 10 years of public heartbreaks, Julia Roberts finally found love. However, there was one major issue. He was married. Then came the T-shirt that turned Hollywood upside down. What led America's sweetheart to make such a bold move?
We would love to know in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next updates. Also, click the next video on your screen to enjoy more exciting content.